Hello there and welcome back to BeetleMakes. My name is Beetle and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a cute little toucan plush. If you can't follow a video tutorial, don't worry because this pattern will be available for free on Ravelry. Enjoy the video! To make your toucan, you're going to need black yarn, white yarn, some gray yarn, and some orange yarn. You're also going to need some polyester stuffing, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, a 3.5mm crochet hook, and a pair of 8mm safety eyes. You're also going to need to know how to do a few specialty stitches. These include the half double crochet, a double crochet increase, a 3 treble crochet cluster, and the single crochet 3 together. To make our toucan, we're going to start with our black yarn, and we're going to make a magic ring or a chain 2 method that has 4 single crochets in it. So now we're going to mark our first stitch and cut this yarn tail short. And then we're going to work an increase and then 3 single crochets. Increase. And now we're going to change to our orange yarn. With the orange yarn, we're going to work an increase and then 4 single crochets. Now I'm going to tie off my color change. And then we're going to work an increase and then 5 single crochets. And then we're going to work 2 rounds where we just do 7 single crochets around. So there's 1 round. And our second round. So now we're going to fasten off and we're going to leave a fairly long tail for sewing this to the face. We're going to set that aside for now. So now we're going to make the wings, and you're going to want to make 2 of these. You're going to start in your black yarn with a magic ring of or chain 2 method of 6 single crochets. Now you're going to work 6 increases. I'm going to do these over my yarn tail so that it weaves it into the wing as I'm working. Now that you've done those increases, we're going to work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and then 1 half double crochet. So to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop so you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to pull your yarn through all 3 of these loops. Now we're going to do a double crochet increase. To do this, you're going to wrap your yarn over your hook and insert it into the stitch and pull up a loop to make 3 loops. Then you're going to pull your yarn through the first 2 loops and then the second 2 loops. And then you're going to repeat that into the same stitch. Now you're going to work another half double crochet, then an increase, then a single crochet, and then another increase. And yes, this round is incomplete. It's got 4 stitches remaining, but we're going to fasten off here. Now you're going to make another wing following the same instructions. So you'll want to rewind in the video so that you can see the instructions again. Now that you've made both of your wings, you're going to start on the head and body piece. So to do this, we're going to start with our black yarn, and we're going to make a magic ring or chain 2 with 6 stitches in it. Now that we've got our magic ring or chain 2 with 6 in it, we're going to work 6 increases. And now we're going to work 3 repeats of the pattern 3 single crochet increase. So we're going to work 3 single crochets, then an increase, and then do the same thing 2 more times. Now we're going to change our color over to our white yarn. So to do that, you're going to not complete this last stitch, and instead you're going to pull through, finishing the stitch with your white yarn. So in your white, you're going to work 4 single crochets, and then you're going to switch back to your black yarn. And in your black yarn, you're going to work 10 single crochets. Then we're going to switch back to our white yarn and do 1 single crochet, the final one in the round, in white. And I'm going to tie off my color changes at the end of every round, because that makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of my color changes and to keep all of these yarn tails from getting too chaotic. So now we're going to work 3 rounds where we work 5 single crochets in white, 9 single crochets in black, and then 1 single crochet in white. So that's the first round, and we're going to do this again 2 more times. There's our second round. And there's the third round. So again, I'm going to tie off the color changes before continuing. Alright, so for this round, we're going to work 5 single crochets in white, then we're going to change back to our black, and we're going to work 3 single crochets, then we're going to work 3 increases, and then we're going to work 4 single crochets. So now we're going to change our color back to our white. And we're going to work 4 single crochets in white. And then we're going to change back to our black and work in black for the rest of the piece, except for the feet. So we're going to do 10... No, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Then we're going to do 3 single crochets where we attach this first wing. So we're going to start... So to attach the wing, we're going to place the wing right side against our bird, and then we're going to work in these 3 stitches after the fastening off point. And we're going to work toward the fastening off point. So we're going to go through the stitch of the wing and then through the body, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 single crochets to attach them, and I'm going to tuck the tail into the body so I don't have to weave it in later. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to do another 3 increases. Then 1 single crochet, and then another 3 single crochets to attach a wing. So again, we're going to place the right side on, we're going to place the right side against our piece, and we're going to work 3 single crochets again in these stitches after the fastening off point. And then we're going to work final single crochet. Now again, I'm going to tie off my color changes. And I'm also going to tie the tails from the wings into here so they're even more secure. So now we're going to work, actually now we're going to attach the eyes. So we're going to take our 8mm safety eyes and we're going to attach them between rounds 4 and 5. So we're going to count from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to attach the eyes in this white part about 3 stitches apart. So that's what your bird should look like. You can move the eyes to be a little closer together if you want. I personally don't prefer that. And then we're going to pop the backings on. And for some reason, these backings for these new safety eyes that I got are pretty hard to pop on. There we go. And there we go. So now we're going to continue crocheting. We're going to make 2 decreases. Actually, no, we're going to single crochet first, then we're going to do 2 decreases. And then we're going to work 6 single crochets. Then another 3 increases. Then we're going to work 7 single crochets. The light on my stand just died. Let's see, can you guys still see me okay? I think so. In this next round, next 2 rounds, we're just going to work 22 single crochets around. So here's 1 round, and then we're going to do 1 more. And there's the second round. So now we're going to work 9 single crochets. And then we're going to do 2 single crochet 3 together stitches. So to do that, you're going to insert the stitch into the front loops of the next 3 stitches, then pull up a loop through all 3, and then pull through those 2 loops on your hook to finish the stitch. And you're going to do 2 of these. And now you're going to do 7 single crochets. So now we're going to make the feet. So the feet are made in our gray yarn. So we're going to untangle the gray yarn, and then we're going to change to the gray yarn, and we're going to do a 3 treble crochet cluster. So to work a 3 treble crochet cluster, you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook twice, insert it into the stitch, and pull up a loop. Then you're going to pull through the first 2 loops on your stitch, then the second 2 loops. And then you're going to repeat that, wrapping your yarn, inserting and pulling up a loop, and going through the next 2 loops, and then the next 2 loops. So now we've got 3 loops, and now we're going to do it one more time. So we wrap around, pull up a loop, and then through the 2 loops, and then through the 2 loops. And then back in our black yarn, we're going to pull through all 4 loops on this hook. So now we're going to work 3 single crochets, and another 3 treble crochet cluster in gray. just the same as the first one. So now we're going to work 4 single crochets in our black, and then a decrease, and then 7 single crochets. And again, I'm going to tie these color changes tightly, because when I make these cluster stitches, my tension loosens significantly. So we're going to tighten that back up. There we go. So now we can start stuffing our toucan a little bit. We're going to especially stuff the head at this point. And now we're going to work 5 repeats of single crochet, then decrease. And once you reach your last remaining 2 stitches, you're going to work another decrease into them. And at this point, you're going to want to finish stuffing your toucan. So at this point, you're going to now work 5 decreases and then 1 single crochet. And that'll leave you with 6 stitches. So at this point, you're going to want to finish off your piece. And I'm leaving a long tail due to this next optional step. So first, before that step, you're going to weave this hole closed. And I prefer to do this with my yarn needle. And then we're going to pull the hole tight. And then we're going to weave this tail up through the body. But what I like to do is I'm going to tack down my wings with this yarn tail. So I'm going to come out here by the wing and go through a stitch of the wing and pull it down close to the body. And then I'm going to do that with the other wing as well. And then I'm going to go down back to the bottom to secure it. And then I'm going to weave my tail back up into the body. So now we've got our beakless toucan. So now we've got to sew the beak on. So if you would like to, you can stuff this beak lightly, but it's really not necessary. So we're going to take our yarn needle and work it through the beak, and then sew this beak onto the face. And the orientation isn't super important. You can kind of just sew it on however works best for you. Now that I've got my beak sewn on, I'm going to weave the tail back in to the body. And there you have it! Your little toucan is complete. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more cute tutorials that are coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Beetle from BeetleMakes, and we hope to see you again real soon.